So that trend will continue, hopefully.
And we are back. And it's just what everyone wanted, right? The chain mirror.
Everyone's favorite mirror.
You see a chain in the mirror, and then it's a chain, and back at you, it's a chain mirror.
So what are you chain guys? What is like the sideboard strategy here?
You try to out-chain the opponent.
So it's weird. So this game is very based on shackles. Like this matchup is super based on your shackles. However, this is one of the matchups where you consider going down like Unhallowed Rites, because it's just a 1-for-4 with a conditional play effect. However, like I said, you're really reliant on banishes here. The sideboard strategy, I mean, first and foremost, there's the Gorganian Tome thought experiment that you start off with of, do I play Gorganian Tome because I think my opponent is a coward and is going to side theirs out?
Right.
So sometimes you just side it in and hope for the best.
You have to stare into your opponent's soul and determine if they are a coward or not.
I think it's probably best to just side it out, because that card can absolutely blow you out sometimes.
Yeah.
If your opponent gets to draw 2 off of it. And boy, does that not feel good.
Also, doesn't block.
It doesn't block. This is not a high blocking matchup, though. I will say that. Blocking.
This is a squirrel or something. It's very cute. Continue the conversation.
Pretty cute. Mostly here, though, I do like Elijah's tech that he has in this mirror. I wonder if his opponent will be on the same thing. I guess I can go ahead and reveal it. Elijah likes to play Evenfold in this matchup because it kind of, much like Art of War, kind of essentially acts as a bit of a rampant growth. If for any Magic players out there, you feel kind of like every turn you're ramping up your mana, and by mana I mean your banish zone. So being able to banish a card, draw a card, get another card in banish, get a card off the top, that it's essentially just a draw 1 effect that can really propel the momentum forward for Elijah on his chain here in this mirror. His opponent does not appear to be on Evenfold. I'm expecting Elijah to be, as mentioned, but we'll see.
I apologize for the rotation that is about to occur.
Yep.
Really putting my...
We got the on Evenfold.
Yep.
So, like I said, much like Art of War, acts as a bit of a rampant growth. It's very nice to just get a little bit of extra tempo and momentum out of your turn. His opponent mousing over the Evenfold.
Are we aware of who won the dice roll and therefore the game? Oh well, I think we know here. Here we go. Nice little Soul Shackle from Elijah.
Yep. Yeah, make that dice big.
We're gonna pitch. All right, pitching an early Blood Debt. We're making a Chanty Boy.
Oh, Calvin, that Blood Debt will never see the light of day.
Okay.
It does not matter.
That's not how this works? Got it.
That's not how this matchup goes, typically. If that card comes back around, this will have been a very interesting match. I do not expect it to have come back around, though.
Any arsenals? Yep. All right, so it doesn't want his opponent to filter. Just
a
set up Shackle. Might want to flip over Rosetta. Maybe.
Nah, he's got Galaxxi Black under there. That's his tech. And we are pitching a Blue Minnowism for a Soul Shackle.
We got a Chanty Boy.
Not a Soul Shackle. Though we do expect one of those to get made. This is a match where Runic Reclamation is often a very strong card. Killing a Shackle early in this mirror is pretty painful to deal with. All right, we have a Swarming Gloomveil for 7 with a Rune Chant on it. And there's a Rosetta Thorn.
The Rosetta Thorn makes its reveal.
Not Galaxxi Black.
So here's where the intricacy of these chain mirrors come in. You kind of have to play your hand in these early turns like your Shackles don't do anything. It's hard to expect to see a banish on 1 and 2. You'd like to, but the odds aren't in your favor there. So he has to essentially play just a fair flesh and blood game here, where he needs to figure out, is it worth blocking this, or is it worth coming back for more on the following turn?
As fair as a Rune Blood Flesh and Blood game is.
Yeah, Rune Blade.
Rune Blade. Oh my
yes.
gosh. You know, I'm not here for correct pronunciations. I think we all know that.
I think we'll see Elijah commit 1 or 2 blocks here. There's no on hit, but some of these early hands, they can be a little clunky.
Yeah, this is what, a total of 8 damage and then Thorn afterwards, so we're looking at a 12 damage hand.
Yeah, that's about average. And then there'll be an arsenal for the other chain, which is good for him. Unless that's like a Revelant Rune Blood, which would be pretty gross. Yeah, we're just coming in with...
Yes, the team we're playing against, their name is the Oaken Olds.
The Oaken Olds.
Bernard really...
I really Oaken Olded them.
Yeah, he did the thing
Why
to
are
them.
those... Oh, oh, I like this. This is cute. So he's putting his graveyard on the bottom so that he can use the top as his banish and just stretch it across the top of the pitch field.
Wow. That is what you call a wrinkly brain.
Wrinkles.
All right, we missed Spanish 1 as expected. Unfortunately, you hate to see it, but
Took 12 damage. That's a decent chunk here.
we've got a chain activation. We've got a captain's call.
+2, I'm guessing.
We would have to expect.
Yep. Especially when it's on the,
So he's just
the little.
He's just kind of doing this to maybe not break the chain. This is coming in for 5 and 1. The chain shackle is still active. It is next Shadow or Runeblade action, meaning he can come in with the Rosetta after this for go again.
Did he not reveal for Belittle?
He does not look like he revealed for Belittle, so it's just coming in for 5 and 1.
Interesting. So far, this hand doesn't seem that strong, but...
It also is a hand that doesn't block very well, because the 2 cards he's revealed both do block for 2.
I see.
So it's one of those Runeblade hands where, okay, well, we do have a Command and Conquer coming down for 6.
Interesting. Yeah, Command and Conquer, pretty relevant on hit, folks.
We do like to classify that in the relevant on hit.
Yeah, I mean, if that's an Art of War in Arsenal, that's like Chain's best card. You don't like to lose it. If it's just an average card, and we're in a race situation, might just be worth it to not block, or not full block it at the very least. Definitely thinking about his turn here. Command and Conquer puts you in a little bit of a bindy-windy.
Looks like we're taking it.
We're
it is
taking
just a
it.
Howl from Beyond.
Okay, Howl from Beyond. It's a fine card, but
we do like getting rid of one of the cards in his hand, even if it was an Arsenal card. But
yep.
All right, and we're now obviously hoping for parity on banishes. All right, well, there isn't. He does hit. Is that a blue bounding or
That's
red
a
bounding?
blue bounding.
Blue bounding. Okay, we're fine. We're fine with blue bounding. Maybe that'll sit there for a little bit and give him some blood damage.
The old 2 for 0.
Blue bounding is also a card. I don't know this other person's list. I know that Elijah likes yellow boundings, much like myself.
We have a spicy red mauve.
Red mauve. That's coming in for 2.
2.
So that's an easy block from our man.
That almost feels like a
Elijah.
grasp. Yeah, that
So there is something to worry about here in an Art of War. So if he pitches Art of War +1 banish,
Ooh.
um,
It doesn't look like that's happening.
does not look like that's happening. That's a Sting of Sorcery, so that's very interesting.
Wow.
So this has go
Alright,
again.
this has
it's
go
coming in for
again.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
A less, I mean, there is go again.
Oh, and he says, nice, cute Command and Conquer. I've got one of my own.
Here's mine. Now we get to play this game of going
This
into,
is-
like, watching
this
a
is
player
truly-
go into the tank.
Truly a mirror match.
This guy's list is actually pretty spicy because we see a red mob and a Sting of Sorcery so far.
Yep.
I feel like if you're playing those cards, blue bounding is a little sus. That should probably just be a yellow bounding. Makes that block significantly more awkward in the long run.
Yep.
But who knows? Maybe he's running yellow boundings. Maybe he's running the full 9. I'm a full 9 gamer. You know, to be honest. So I get it.
This is, what do you consider even husking here? I mean, you'd really have to love your arsenal, right? It seems kind of early for a husk, but he's already at 24, so...
This is Shackle 2. This is chain mid game. Shackle 3 is chain late game for in the mirror. So there is an argument for Husk here. You expect Husk to do 2 to 4 damage to you if you block with it here.
So to take 2 damage.
It almost assuredly doesn't go long enough to make you take more damage than CNC deals here. And obviously it prevents the on hit. I've kind of actually almost talked myself into blocking with Husk here if you like your arsenal. But again, he's got nothing in banish. He really doesn't know what his turn looks like. So who knows? And there it is. He's
definitely
picking it up. Okay.
He's touching the husk.
You can tell that, you know, me and Elijah practice together.
We'll have to teach Elijah about the rotation.
Oh yeah. We don't play TTS together, but okay. So we got 2 shackles here. Let's hope for banishes.
I'll watch a blue bounding. Oh, okay.
That's
we get
an
unhallowed.
unhallowed. We'll take it unhallowed. Yeah. And let's see. What do we got in Arsenal? Is this an Art of War? This is an Art of War. The Husk probably should have came out much quicker than it did. Okay. There is an Art of War. So I like this. We're pitching a Shadow.
Interesting.
So probably gonna draw 2. Are we giving go again, or are we? I mean, it could be +1/+1 go again. It really depends on what his. Okay, no, that's the universal signal for +1/+1.
All right,
and
so he's got
assume...
some go.
Yeah,
again.
we're.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he's
we're.
gonna...
All right, you do like this turn.
Draws 2. Yeah, I mean this is pretty spicy here.
We'd love another captain's call or a mauve, something to get extra wide here because we have 10 damage. Oh wow, does he get the reveal? Let's.
Ooh, oh
and
man.
Oh, this is a turn, Elijah. Let's go. I'm particularly invested in this game because if I could not be stressed out for 24 hours before my game, that'd be fantastic. So I did that last week. Wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, this is feeling like a very strong turn here.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get a red minnow here, right? Like
Or a blue. I mean, if he wants more pitch.
I mean, it really depends on his hand, but
he gets a red.
Yeah.
He'd be getting the red minnow.
That makes the swarming a 7. Well, yeah, it's a 7 currently. Actually, no, it is a 7 currently, but no go again because we haven't made a shackle this turn.
Right.
So no mode's active currently, but it is.
Probably goes with the ghostly first.
Yeah, the minnowism. Well, the only thing that minnowism can buff currently that we've seen is the swarming gloom veil. He also does have his even fold, which for those of you that are unaware, even fold you can pay 1 resource to banish a card from your hand, and if it's a shadow card, you can draw a card. So you can do something like, you know, banish a ghostly, draw a card, have something in Blood Debt to play, or in the Banish Zone rather. So we're shackling here.
All right.
Probably expect this Ghostly to come out. The Unhallowed can't officially come out yet. There haven't been any non-attack actions played. Do we think about creepers on this turn? Because we got a potentially big turn depending on what the rest of the hand is. We have a resource. We still can even fold. So we know that there's a Minnowism and a Swarming in hand.
Yep.
So if he has one more blue, there's something to say for pitching the. Okay, so did he just take that?
Looks like he just took it. Now he's playing the Minnowism. And he's gonna go for the Swarming, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that would be for 7. Go again.
I love like the little timid pulling up the
Yeah,
cards.
he's really thinking about it.
Opponent taking some serious damage here. It does make you worried about what kind of crackback he might have. He's got to consider husking this turn too.
Yeah, he pretty much has to husk, like, because unless he full blocks, he's taking a ton of damage. And if he,
Yep.
I think he wants to hold it. Yeah, he's gonna grasp and Skullcap block here. Is he blocking with a card? He is.
All right, that's a full block.
We do like seeing cards get stripped. It is, yeah, it's 7.
Yep.
Shrill is a good boy and blocks for 3. Fantastic.
A good boy, Shred. A good boy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright, I guess.
Listen, that's the kind of commentary they expect from me.
Part of me likes leaving Unhallowed in the graveyard here, or in the Banish, just so you can play with, like, open information. I wonder if Elijah is on the same thought process.
Yeah. Makes it easier to know what kind of turn you have next. If you're gonna be blocking more, if you wanna.
If he has a blue and an attack action in hand, I really would have liked to see the creepers come online this turn. But we'll see what the rest of his turn looks like.
We certainly have a Rosetta.
That is, yeah, that's happening.
That's happening,
100%
folks.
of the time. Especially when he, like I said, should probably think about keeping this Ghostly in Banish. Or sorry, the Unhallowed in Banish. Because while you do take 1 damage, you can think of that one. You're just taking a damage to have an extra card. You know, if you end this turn with 2 cards in hand, which he obviously isn't, then playing the Unhallowed does nothing for you. It just overbloats your hand. There's also an argument there for if he plays the Unhallowed, he then can.
All right, so he's breaking the chain here, making a rune chant.
So we have 1 floating. What's coming out now? Okay, interesting.
So that's
only coming in for 4 and 1. I don't know if I like that over just Rosettaing. Oh no, it's coming in for 5. Okay, yeah, I do like that because it is coming in for 1 more because of Art of War.
could be Arsenal though. You could just.
Riftbind is one of those cards that you're not a big fan of it arsenaling. Actually, it's only coming in for 4 because it's not coming out of Banish.
Right.
So we're just getting another block with Skullcap and taking 3. Okay. So Husk is still active. Opponent has a 3-card hand. Again, 2 shackles here.
Oh.
All right, you do. You feel bad for the chain player that banishes a Gloomveil and an Art of War, but from a Galaxy Gaming perspective here, you definitely love to see that.
Oof. That's a roughie. Live by the banishes, die by the banishes.
That's the chain mantra. It's is that another red mauve?
That is a yellow.
Not a yellow, okay.
Alright, so we got a double go again.
Yeah, so this
Threatening an on hit.
No, this is not threatening an on hit. The Ghostly is getting go again from
you're right.
the Shackle, and there is a go again available for a Runeblade attack if he has one.
He has 2 floating. So
in Arsenal.
could have a
So
Runeblade attack in Arsenal.
he could have a Runeblade attack. He could then Rosetta afterwards, because I don't think there are any 2-cost Runeblade attacks in the deck. There is a 3-cost one if he has it from his sideboard in Runic Reclamation. But
So it takes
so
4 here.
taking 4.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a bounding for 3 and an on hit. I think it's relevant to block.
Bounding
this.
for 2.
Oh, it is for 2. You're right. That makes it even more.
Okay, yeah, he already has an Unhallowed Rites to attack with, so a little awkward there. Probably doesn't need it, and then deciding. Now, always good to remember that this does have Spell Void too, so it can always prevent a little bit of the Rosetta damage at some point in the game. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to see a Husk here on this turn.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically it's a requirement.
So the question is it's going to be, how does Elijah sequence it in such a way? Okay, well, that also is not great.
That's not great, yeah. We don't like to see that.
Three-card hand, a little 3-card hand plus an Unhallowed.
So a 4-card hand. Provided that there's a non-attack action in that hand.
Let's see.
We got
Alright, well, we've got
non-attack.
I've seen this play before. It's almost like this is a mirror match or something.
This looks like I don't have a Ghostly, so this is getting double go again. Just because Rosetta's coming out next.
Yep.
The Mauve is existing. Well, actually, the Mauve does provide the on-hit for Unhallowed.
So this is basically opponent has to Husk this.
I mean, he could block for 4.
Oh, that's true.
He could block for 3, take 1. No, I guess you don't want to do that because then you take the 2 from Rosetta. He does not have any Arcane Barrier active for this Rosetta, so it is dealing 2 damage. So this is... The Husk is breaking this turn.
Yep.
I wonder if his opponent... Yeah,
yeah.
You just gotta throw it in there. Yep. We're gonna throw a block in there. So we got a 3-card hand. We really would like to see the opponent's banishes be
not great.
As lackluster as Elijah's were this turn.
Yeah. You know, fairness.
I mean, there's 3 of them, so.
Oh. Oof. Those are some monster banishes. Oh man.
We really hope he doesn't have a non-attack action in hand. That would make these Bounding Demigons super clunky.
This is tough. Elijah might have missed Blood Dead on that. From his Husk, did he?
No, he was at 14.
He was at 14? Okay.
Yeah. I remember that because I was doing mental math on whether or not the Rosetta was going to trigger 13 life regardless.
Ugh, that's a gross banish. Alright, so we've got a blue pitch. What do we got here?
We just have a CNC. So
he can creepers in something.
He can creeper something in, yes. And we definitely don't like being threatened with 6 damage here. There is the possibility, as said, that he doesn't have a non-attack action in hand, which would make this a very uncomfortable turn for him, because then he just sits there and bolts himself for 4 at the end of this turn.
It really depends on how good this arsenal is.
It also, there's a sting from Elijah too, interesting. So it also depends on, because if he creepers something in, he's only coming in for 4 more damage. So he is creepers something in. So I guess this is probably, okay, like a minnow. Is that a blue minnow?
Blue minnow. Ugh.
Oh yeah, okay, it does have.
Yeah, this
cheese,
is
yeah. Alright.
gross.
So that's coming in for 5, and then he's gonna do 4 more afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just go to 4 here.
Oof.
The creepers dies here.
It does.
Yeah.
Good value.
It is good value. Yeah, that creeper's dealt 9 damage. All right, Elijah, 4 shackles.
We need the bomb diggity.
We need another Artimore in this
The arsenal.
in the arsenal zone here.
Okay.
Okay. Holy shit!
This
Game
is
just
we call this a
literally
mirror
true
match.
Mirror. Infuriating. What is this?
Oh my gosh. All right, so wow, yeah. This is
So if Elijah can present some good damage here and force a block, and then his opponent is then just taking a bunch of blood debt. So we really need something here. A 3-card hand. I mean, you got a 2 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. Don't know what's in that arsenal, but if it is a non-attack, it could be really good. But this is another situation where you need the non-attack.
the non-attack is
If you don't have a non-attack action here, it becomes. I mean, you go to 1 or 2, I guess.
I mean,
No.
I can't imagine Elijah would block and not have considered, you know,
Well, he didn't block with
keeping
an
cards,
non-attack,
keeping
to
cards
be
in his
fair.
hands.
He didn't block with it. Oh, he blocked with a Sting of Sorcery.
He did
So,
block
yeah,
with the sting.
You really hope that he's got another. Maybe just try to figure out how he wants to play the turn.
Yep.
If the Arsenal card is like a Howl from Beyond, so he also is thinking about, I assume, giving this Shadow Averser a go again by banishing a Blood Debt. But it becomes, what can you risk banishing that you'll be able to play this turn? Action points are always at a premium. You know, you have 1 free go again with the Shackle. You hope you get another one with a Creeper's non-attack, or just a non-attack that has natural go again, like a Captain's Call or a Shadow Puppetry.
Did our opponent take 2 damage on his turn for blood debt?
He did, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Elijah knows that he needs to put as much pressure on this turn to rip cards out of his hand as possible. $11 life is a good chunk, though. So once Elijah needs to, you know, block for his hand, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, you want to get on the front foot here as much as possible. You know, make your opponent spend some cards. That way, his turn is clunky.
Yeah, you like desperately need to make his hand clunky.
Elijah tanking for a really long time here makes me genuinely worried that his hand is just awful. I hope that Sting of Sorcery block wasn't
a
block.
Yep. Sting is a 0 cost, correct?
It is indeed a 0 cost.
We are in tank mode. Tank mode initiated. We are in the tank.
Joe's right. These games are always like so close because just the nature of this mirror.
Yep.
Provided no one is like just completely screwed on banishes, then everything is just so tense. All right, Elijah about to make a play. We got something. If there's like a Shadow Puppetry in his arsenal, I'll be so mad that this turn took this long.
Chain is not Elijah's most played hero. That would be Dash. So
Yeah, he's definitely put in the work on Chain lately, but he's just testing a lot of stuff out currently with the meta the way it is.
Yep. Even been known to play a little bit of Kano here and there.
Something he actually thought about doing for this week. Maybe he should have.
Folks, we're in the tank.
Yeah, we are
Welcome to the tank. Tankity tank, tank, tank.
deep in the tank.
Yeah.
Get that movie guy voice going on over there.
Tankity.
Welcome to the tank.
To the tank. In a world where all tanks are tanks.
2042. Yeah. We're still in this game. Alright, so we have a soul reaping. I understand the difficulty of this play now. So that...
Oh, wow, okay.
So that has to be a non-attack action in Arsenal, or he dies to Blood Debt. Because all he can then do is puppetry, or not puppetry, Shadow Averser, and then he would take 4 from Blood Debt. So that is a requirement.
Yep.
That is something you'd love for it to be something like... Oh, he didn't shackle this? Okay, so yeah, there's definitely... He's gonna creepers in something. So he's gonna spend something on creepers.
Got it.
To
Yep.
bring in like a nimble.
Oh my god, if it's a shadow puppetry, oof.
If it's a shadow puppetry, we could be pushing some real damage.
Yes.
Again, if that card is a shadow puppetry, I'm gonna be kind of upset at Elijah for tanking as long as he did. 'Cause I feel like that makes the turn pretty straightforward.
You know, it's easy to criticize the tank when you're not currently in it.
Understood. Last week, against the Oldham player, I was like, hey, I'm sorry, man, I gotta go into the tank for a minute here. Like,
just pulls the hat, the hood over
so
in the tank.
Yeah. It's like the referee's going to.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, we love that it's a shadow puppetry, but I'm also mad.
Still angry. Still
so
angry.
This is coming in for 5 go again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
wow, this is a gross turn.
Could have been, yeah. This is actually as good as this turn could have possibly been.
Wow.
So we get a shackle for another bounding.
Correct.
And
then another bounding.
Another one after that.
Yeah.
So that's 5-4-3 is coming in here.
Plus the already 6 that he's done. That's nuts. Yeah, this is strong.
So we're stripping cards out of his hand for sure this turn. Man, you do love to see that.
Wow, this is spicy. Oh wow.
Actually, I stood up and like walked away from my computer briefly when he revealed that shadow puppetry.
Oh yeah, now the opponent has found his tank.
Oh yeah, the Calvin, as a fan of women's basketball, you should be well aware of this. The last few minutes of the game tend to take longer than a few minutes, right? You got a lot of timeouts, a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws.
Yeah.
Similar situation here, right? You got a lot of tank entering.
Yep. Some people call me Calvin's Women's Sports Holt.
Yep, that's what they call you. It's on your driver's license
it's on
and
my
everything.
driver's license, my birth certificate.
I had a joke about the Prestige in my head, but I couldn't, involving the tank. I don't know if you've seen the Prestige. I don't want to spoil anything, but it'd be very funny how
there's a tank in that movie.
Have you seen that movie? This
is the Nolan movie, right?
With
Christian Bale and
Hugh
Jackman.
The other guy. Yes.
Huey.
They're the magicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does involve the like ending of that. So I simultaneously didn't want to drop like a spoiler.
Right.
But I also didn't have it fully formed in my head. But I do want everyone at home to know that it was hilarious.
Was there an actual tank in that movie?
I'll DM you.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of like a military tank.
No, yeah.
I know what you're thinking. I got it. Ooh,
so
the
we have
defensive.
a defensive Art of War. Wow.
That's not what you want to see.
You do not. He pitched a shadow puppetry for it. So Elijah's in the driver's seat here.
Yes, for sure.
He is ripping tempo. Because even if this man full blocks, like he's got a block for 4. Like he blocks everything but 1 damage if he puts his whole hand in front of it. Well, no, actually that's not true. Because it's only attack actions that block for more. So we're blocking for 4 here. So he's taking 1.
Oh, then we get a free.
We do get a banish.
Oh, he's not going to grasp. He's not going to block the X. And he missed his trigger. He missed his
trigger. So I was going to say he missed his trigger, but I do not think that there's nothing on the top of the deck that we would banish, right?
It's a nice opt.
I mean, it's not even an opt because you don't get to put it at the bottom. Like you just get to see what the card is. Okay, so this is solid, but so this is coming in for 3.
There's a lot of bounding demigons here.
There is. So
whoa.
So he's taking 1 here, or Rattlebones blocks for 3.
It does block for 3. Yep.
Okay. So if his opponent banishes 2 Blood Debt cards, it's game over. Well, I guess he could.
So he can still play the Shadow Averser.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So we're.
Oh,
he can't even play. He can't
dead.
even pitch so he's literally dead
he's
after.
Dead.
Holy crap!
Wow. He got the win.
So you come in with Shadow Averser because it's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Elijah blocks
clearly.
And then he dies to Blood Debt?
Well, yes, dies to Blood Debt.
Because I was like worried about that invert for a second. I was like,
yeah.
oh no.
Well, he does.
First of all, he has Evanfold.
Yeah.
The best part of Evanfold is that the text on it's great, but every now and then that Spell Void is invaluable.
Yep. I mean, sometimes it just shut down Creeper. It's really good.
Yeah, it can shut down a Creepers. It can shut down like a pseudo-lethal Rosetta Thorn. Or an invert, it can be very useful. So Elijah here, obviously, doing the math in his head, can't obviously just let the attack go through. So we're getting a block for 3 here. And then it looks like we're taking 4 from Blood Debt. And then the game will be over. It does look like the game is over.
Ooh, no non-attacks. That was actually quite a bad hand from Elijah.
Yeah, but so he could have actually just inverted here, too.
Oh, that's also true.
Wow. So he would have died even if he had flipped no Blood Debt, so...
That was a bonkers last turn.
Great job, Elijah. He didn't get to show off my favorite part of his tech with the Evanfold. I mean, it threatened to block an invert existence had the invert been a thing that could have been cast, but... yeah, I think the best part here is that now my game tomorrow doesn't matter. So, thank you, Elijah.
Yeah, we are grateful for you, Elijah. Also, Chris mentions opponent probably should have kept a card in hand to pitch to at least threaten some kind of crackback on his turn.
Yeah, because that last bounding was coming in for 3 because it was a yellow.
Correct. So it wasn't threatening lethal.
You have to just hold the
take
card.
Yep.
Yeah. Then again, if you go to 1, you're at 4. So if you take the 3 there, or block with the grasp and go to 2, you do threaten to just die from Blood Debt anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Hey, good job, bro. That last turn, I'm so mad at you. The whole time I was like, if this is a shadow puppetry in his arsenal, what the fuck is taking so long?
I know, I was looking for that line, and I was like, I wanted to not mess it up, and I was telling myself over and over again, okay, remember, you have a shackle afterwards.
Yeah. Good
I was literally gonna forget.
Puppetry, then we shackle.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
I
huge.
did shackle first. I was like, okay, let's not fuck this.
Oh,
So my plan was, I didn't see an invert.
My
plan was to get him down to 2.
Are we still on stream?
We are. We'll stop.
We could do like a short.
Okay.
Talk about that turn. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. My plan was to get him down to 2, and hope he misplays and goes down to 2, and then draw the invert.
And then you drew it.
Yeah, I saw the invert in your hand. So I even commented, I was like, hey, yeah, he didn't have any arcane barrier because of the life totals. So.
Yep. It was a weird plan, but I wasn't, because the numbers worked out. So I was like, what's my outs after he blocks me out? And I'm like, oh, I have. And then I was looking at my deck. I'm like, oh, it's invert. Where's invert?
I'm still. borderline appalled that that line took you that long to go into the tank for, but I'm glad you got there. Very proud of you.
Yes,
that's
we're
that's
very
our
proud
first
of you,
win.
Elijah. We've
Oh,
got our 3 wins. We still need to play tomorrow's
Yeah.
game.
I
Just
was looking for a Avon Fold too. I was thinking about Avon Fold.
Yeah, I think the line that you went with was just 100% the correct
like
line.
super safe. I was
Oh
trying to keep
yeah.
creepers.
Yep.
Because I was gonna go down to 2. I was trying to keep creepers to have like 1 more extra block.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I was looking for Avon Fold, and I was like,
I think
I decided Avon wasn't worth like risking it for, so I just went with that line.
No, that was a good
yeah,
line.
presenting like 18 damage off of 2 cards in hand is when your opponent's at like 5 is fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
that obviously, I think even if you didn't like if your opponent didn't die to blood debt, like you were just gonna kill him the following turn or the turn after. Like you were gonna strip cards until he died to blood debt.
The opponent also just had the Art of War, which really crippled his blocking potential. Like that was huge.
Yeah, he had to. So I mean, he did obviously like his hand was Art of War, Shadow Puppetry, and then like 2 attack actions because he ended up blocking with 3 attack actions.
Yeah.
He banished one.
Yeah.
He banished one, and then blocked with Riftbind, bounding or whatever, right? Like.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Good job, Elijah.
Like, dude.